Hello, today we are going to be modeling multiplication equations as a comparison. We are going to use a story problem and then create an equation. It is important for students to know how to read a story problem and to pull out the correct information to set it up and to solve an equation. We are also going to be working with an addition too. So this is going to connect to students' prior work because story problems are something that they have used before, but using multiplication can be something new that they have been working on, and they will be working more on in the future. So the first thing you want to do is read your story problem. Our story problem that we're going to work with is Sam has 3 cookies and Morgan has 4 times more cookies than Sam. How many cookies does Morgan have? So we want to figure out what the problem is asking. So if you want to use a different color or a highlighter to pull out the important information, that is something that is great to be able to do. So I'm going to underline what the problem is asking. So the problem is asking, how many cookies does Morgan have? So now I'm going to go in with a different color. You don't have to use a different color. And pull other important information that we will need to use to set up our equation. So I think the fact that Sam has 3 cookies is really important, and that Morgan has 4 times more cookies. So if we've been working with multiplication before, we can use this problem, if we already didn't know, that times could be a keyword for multiplying. So if we set up our equation, we would have 3 times 4 equals, and I'll put in a question mark because we are trying to figure out what our product is. So now that we have our equation, we've already figured out our important information, we are going to solve that equation. So what we will do is 3 times 4 equals 12. So we have 12 cookies. We can also solve the problem by drawing an array. So we have 3, and we want to make sure we have that our array model shows 3 4 times. So if we were to add this up, we would still get 12 cookies. And then there's another way we can do it using addition. We can do just 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 12. So each way, we are still getting 12 if we solve it using multiplication or if we solve it using addition. So we know that 12 cookies are 4 times as many as 3 cookies. So once we have solved our problem and we have our answer as 12 cookies, to taking a look back at our problem, we want to make sure that it is important to read the story problem and to figure out what they are asking. Because if somebody didn't catch the times right here, somebody might have just added 3 plus 4 because it says 4 more. So they might have skipped the times. So if they would have just said solve the problem as Morgan has 4 more than Sam, then the answer would have been incorrect because that is not what it is asking. So that's why it is important to use different colors or a highlighter, or even just to underline it, just to point out and pull that important information so nobody is skipping over that information and it is causing you to set up an equation wrong, and then in the end you would get the incorrect answer.